So now we are live, and I would like to welcome everybody and ask you a question. Do you guys can hear me? If you type in the Telegram chat to let me know that you actually hear my voice, that'd be a fantastic, because there's a 10 seconds delay on the YouTube, and plus maybe a minute while you typing comments. I'm not sure if I'm gonna see the comments or not right now, because my goal is focusing on the content. So do you guys can hear me or not? Okay, what is this? Let's see. That looks like you guys don't hear me. Do you hear me or not? Let me see if you need my what's going on with the microphone. Maybe I can choose a different mic, and it's going to be properties, and it's going to be default. It's going to be what, this one. Let's see how is that gonna work. It's not gonna work because it's actually busy. So do you guys hear me or not? Somebody type. Yeah, I hear you on YT. I am not on Telegram. Okay, fantastic. Okay, guys, so that means I can go ahead. Even I don't hear myself, that's perfect. Now, so if you hear me well, I really appreciate it that you type it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about, my goal is not just to talk negative about the Deep Charts platform. That is a new platform that Andrei Simi and his friends Fabio and some other friends who are world champions, the way that they say it. And fantastic. I think that they put a lot of energy, a lot of money. They invested a lot. And is that a shot into the sky? Is that actually productive or counterproductive from the perspective of you? So here's my goal. As you can see on this very slide, I title this Deep Charts, Deep Trouble? Question mark. I'm not saying that they're in deep trouble. I'm asking because there was a one question that they ignored, and I think I saw that question very briefly, and that was the main key question, and that's what exactly I would like to address today. The one question that they don't want you to think about, and what was that question? Did anybody sing? Or maybe you pick it up yourself. What was the number one question you may think about when choosing a platform? Because this is not just indicators or Fabio or his trainings, it's about the platform. So let's go to the next slide. And the question number one that I want you to ask when you select absolutely any trading platform, and that question was on their live stream chat. What is the advantage of the Deep Charts platform over or compared to any other existing platforms? So there's a bunch of existing platforms. Yeah, okay. I see that you guys saying about that. You asked them about the MBO. That was obvious. Do they have MBO or not? Because the Andrea Simi, he talks about MBO on his year ago videos, but I don't see that they actually implemented that. Now, let me go to the general question that everybody needs to ask when we selecting the platform. Why do we like me? I personally select a NinjaTrader 15 years ago now. And I was doing my homework. What should be on the homework? If you go to the Google, and Google, I mean, some people excited about the chat GPT. I think this is totally crap, okay? So the Google give me answers. How do you need to compare the different platforms based on the commissions or based on the spreads, based on the account fees, based on the margin interest rates, if there is an order flow software involved in that. So they provide you order flow like a footprint, heat map, level 1, level 2 indicators as well, and platform features and tools. All of this kind of stuff is very general. So the Google, in my opinion, give just such a vague answer that you can type compare trading platform parameters and you will come up with the same vague ideas. Although some of them are valuable, I'm going to go and show you the way that I'm thinking about. Now, actually one of the links was provided, and I'm just simply want to give you example, what do you find on the internet and how crappy the information today, because everybody trying to sell their own crap, okay? Although this particular link, I typed in a Google, please compare the trading platforms, and I found that website. Look at this website, because the Deep Charts is actually aimed to futures trading as a futures trading platform to trade futures mainly. And this was the list of the platform that you can find on this website, and let's find the list of this platform. There's a bunch of them. So NinjaTrader, Tradeowate, Trade Workstation, TVS, Think or Swim, TradeStation, TradingView, Sierra Chart, Quantover. Obviously, they have really a good article in terms of how to compare the platforms. Although, in my opinion, it's like, for me, it's not really valid and solid. I'm going to give you other parameters, because like over here, what they're talking about, can this platform trade futures? Futures. Yes, most of these platforms can trade futures, and they connected to the CME exchange, and they all connected to the Rithmic. Exactly the same like the Deep Charts platforms. No difference in that. Yeah, there is some cost associated, and some of the cost is will be applied by the prop firms or the brokerage, although the Deep Charts, they are not a brokerage. Anyway, this article, you go ahead and I can give you a link. You can explore that. Like one of the parameters, they're saying mobile app availability. If there's a mobile version of the platform, and obviously, and I totally agree with Andrea, that is any serious person will not ever gonna touch mobile application, because I mean it doesn't have enough strength, time, and especially for scalping or high frequency trading, doesn't have enough capacities to do that, or indicators that needed to perform on the super duper schmooper powerful computers that you and we have as a desktop. So the mobile app is just like a dust in the eyes of the people who don't understand a shit out of the platform selections. Okay, customer support. Let's say if the Andrea have a good customer support, by the way, but it's not provided by them. He said that they need to build a team to provide the customer support for so many people who gonna projecting will sign with them, so they not actually doing support by themselves, obviously, but we're going to touch on that as well. Educational resources, for example, NinjaTrader. Go ahead, and you know, all of you probably, that NinjaTrader have a daily videos that they do. This platform is actually on YouTube all the time. Okay, so now actually they just completed phase 1 and 2. I think phase 1 of the competition, when they when you can compete for $100,000, $100,000. I wonder if Deep Charts ever will do and build the competitions like that. Does it actually demonstrate some muscles of the platform like a NinjaTrader? Yeah, I think so. So then let's go and do a paper trading. That's not really seriously automated trading capabilities. This is actually, that was one of the questions that people ask. Do you guys have an automated trading capacity? And the deep charts is kind of like, no, it's not for us. I mean, you need to do manual trading, and I totally agree with them. But you can automate, like with the Ninja trading, you can automate a certain portions of executions or stops or some other things that is absolutely fantastic. You can build your own bots, you can build your own, algos and so on. But with the closed platform that is a deep charts, automation is maybe at the will of the other people, not the Andrea and the Fabio. So they don't have a will about that. Maybe they will build this capacity, maybe not. They're not sure about that. So there's a bunch of parameters why Ninja is better than other main platform. By the way, they're not involved over here. They don't have the the Bookmap, because Bookmap is on its own, and Bookmap is totally different platform. But I think that the idea that Deep Charts have in mind is build something between Bookmap and probably Ninja, okay? But they just in the very beginning stage of that, because Bookmap itself, they're super sluggish. I have people who actually own that platform, and they're saying when you turn on the level 2 data, I mean, it's just super freaking sluggish, impossible to work, and their charts are slow, so cluttered. I mean, yeah, I can brag about the best order flow similar functions, because we actually overpass bookmap.com in the indicators that we now have. But that is not about the bestorderflow.com. It is about the how to select the platform. Now, let's go to the, what we're seeing on the Ninja, that this site is saying they have an ecosystem. How big is that? What does it say to you that Ninja Trader is actually have an ecosystem? What it is the whole community of developers. And let me go to the main slide, by the way. Let me change to the main slide. And here's the main slide. I have points for you, so you can see very clearly what is the difference. Okay, number one is who owns the platform. Now, guys, this is not what you can find on any freaking fucking website. Sorry for the language, because people now saying ChatGPT, and they like worship it as a god. I mean, it's I mean, guys, give me a break. Your own brain can understand more and express than any artificial intelligence, okay? So I'm not against artificial intelligence, but it's like so artificial that I cannot rely on this question, how to compare the platforms. Now, who owns the platform? For example, you don't have to use Ninja Trader. You can use any other like ATAS, ATS, or you can use Tradovate, or you can use a bunch of other platforms, okay? But who owns the deep charts? Looks like that they say themselves that it is rebranding. That means deep charts, they don't own the platform. Oh, bing, bagaboom, wow. Sorry for that. What does it actually means? Maybe it's a white label, maybe it's a gray, whatever, it's a rebranding. That's the terminology that Andrea said himself, okay? The key here, if you don't own the platform, you are not decision maker. Who is a decision maker? The platform itself, like on the left, or somebody else behind the rebranding. The other guys, the other organizations are make decisions about what indicators to build, what kind of speed it should be, and so many other decisions needs to be taken when you're building the platform, because it's not only about indicators, including indicators, but indicators just like a portion of that. So Deep Charts doesn't own the platform. form. They simply recolor, rebrand. And by the way, their website is so gorgeous. I love their website. This creativity is so super good. I totally enjoy their capacity to, to rebrand it and to put some colors. Looks, I mean, by the way, this green and violet color for me is kind of like, it's just the way for them to be different, to stand out of the crowd. Yeah, I understand that, but it's yucky. I mean, for me, I will never do it if you ask me. So this is kind of like of course you can change the colors. Of course you can use the other templates, but that's the way they do. Although the whole, in general, their website is gorgeous. I love that. Technology is super duper. But we're going to go and select a few pieces of information from their screen so you understand what I'm going to talk about. Now, let's go and speak about the next point, reliability. Reliability, okay? Reliable, that's the word. Are they reliable? How many years they are on the market? By the way, reliability, that's the spelling. Okay, how many years they are on the market? You know what? I spoke today with one of my people, one of my friends, developers, and they told me, yeah, it's like a Chinese car. And you know that there's some country right now, like India or like Russia or like some other countries, they've been flooded with the Chinese manufacturers with the automobile industry. There's so many cars being sold from China, and they're so freaking cheap. But the key is, there's no spare parts. Because Chinese invent their cars so fast, so often. They change the brand. Like if you take a BMW, if you take a Mercedes or GMC or, any American brand like a Ford, you know that they on the market for so many years, you will definitely gonna get the spare parts. There will be technicians to fix it. There is actual support. But when you buy a Chinese car now, you don't know if that car and that brand will be in existence in 2 or 3 months. Not even a year, guys. Not even a year. These guys, the people in China, they moving so fast. They changing cars, brand names, like gloves, so fast and furiously. So the reliability of the any platform that is not on the market, they actually not even open yet. Okay, they're gonna open. So, but basically that is a questionable, at least. Okay, so reliability actually come to what? If some bugs happens, if the internet gonna crash, will be they able to fix whatever problems that they have? I don't know. If they claim that they have a genius coder who start coding from being 4 years old, like Simi told about this a son and his father, they fantastic. They are prodigy. They smart. But do you want to rely on a one person who owns that platform behind the deep chart? That's not the team. Okay, so, and it's really small, kind of like, and not really. I mean, you can't say it's reliable platform. Okay, if the father and son get sick, and if Andrea and Fabio get sick, what are you gonna do? Simple question like that. So now there's because of that, the like NT8 or any other platform, guys, they can provide you guarantee. The more years they are, as a platform, the more guarantee they can provide. But the new platform that is not known and it's rebranded, guys, they don't even own it, have zero guarantee or establish. Why is the establishment so important? Oh, you looks like this is super important, and you're gonna see the proof what I'm talking about. Now, when you have a NT8 NinjaTrader like 15 years in establishment, okay, you can say that they're not gonna expire after I think that Andrea and Fabio, they kind of reliable people. They are probably not a Ponzi scheme, but how many Ponzi schemes today you know that people collect the money and they say, "Hey, goodbye," and the son and the father who developed this Italians developed this platform, they can say, "That's not us. It's them." And those guys can just go and hide somewhere in a Dubai, like they're already in a Dubai, but whatever islands, like many other Ponzi schemes on a Bitcoin, we knows. Okay, now, uh, uh, now NINSA actually does have a support. Okay, anyway, let's go to the speed of the platform. Refresh rate on the NINSA is 250 milliseconds. Now, let me go to the website, and I asked my programmers today, actually, what it means when deep charts actually have 25 milliseconds. You see that? It's a 25 milliseconds. And here's what I've got as an answer. 25 milliseconds refresh rate, it's probably good just for the candle bars, guys. When you load heat map over here, you will need, because, I mean, the technology is that there is a refresh rate and there's like a frame rate, okay, that the whole chart needs to rebuild, like NINSA, rebuild this image on your chart, on your screen, 4 times a second. The more demanding indicators, the more time you need. The more time you need to complete rebuilding every single freaking pixel out there, the higher refresh rate you need, not the smaller. Because if your processor, if your CPU is not fast enough, and the picture or a frame is not completed to being built, then you're going to get orders on the CPU, what else to fulfill, and you're going to get lagging. So basically, if you know our indicator, like a deposit killer, you can go and check any indicators or whatever, and you can see the refresh rate in live, okay? And you can see the most important parameters. And this is so crucial because like now, there is no way for you and I to check how this platform is performing, but on the NINSA, you can go and on a best order flow, download the deposit killer, boom, baga boom, and you can check any chart, any indicators or combinations of the indicators, and you can see refresh rate, and you can see all the vital parameters that define how your CPU is performing, but not on the deep charts. So my people told me, this is probably only for the indie bars, not the sophisticated software at all, not for the heat map, and they don't have a heat map yet. Okay, so anyway, that was just like a good for, and I think that Andrea is really good marketer. I think he is an awesome marketer. I admire, they put so much efforts, and they are very creative guys. I like their videos, I like their promotions and advertisement, but basically it is good, this 25 milliseconds that they put on their website, they probably don't know themselves because they are not developers, nor Andrea, nor Fabio. They probably don't understand what the 25 milliseconds actually is. That a good number, or is that not enough, or what kind of indicator can use 25 milliseconds, and some indicators needs to have significantly more. The NINSA put the 4 times a second refresh rate because probably my guess is because they have a heat map and they match the refresh rate with their heat map. Their heat map is, if you watch our videos when we compare, best order flow heat map is many times faster, so we don't need 4 times a second refresh. We can refresh it faster. And actually, in the NINSA platform and in our indicators, you can change the refresh rate. Could you change the refresh rate on the deep charts? I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but that's another functions that they may have, they may not have. I have no idea. But the beauty is on our on any best order flow indicators, you can actually adjust, but many people needs to leave it the way it is, because this is only for advanced users, okay? So if you want to make this screenshot, go ahead, guys, and make a screenshot. Instead of the NT8, you can put any other platform, and this is the way that you actually, I recommend you to compare. But this is not the whole list. Let me go to the next one, the next slide, and boom, where it is. Where it is. Oh, it's actually over here. Okay, and I would like to read some of your questions and see what's my reaction will be. Okay, best order flow has MBO, yet Ninja does not support it. Do you have your own feed? Okay, guys, Aufrerer, whatever the name it is, we actually use the Ninja capacity. We use whatever built in with the Ninja, but we discovered that technology on our own because my programmers, advanced programmers, and we were able to and see one of the interesting concepts, which I already mentioned briefly, and for some of you, it may be not that important, but now I'm going to cover it in 1 second. I'm going to cover it because what you need to ask, what the number one question is now you're going to ask the number one question, okay? What is the main philosophy of the platform? Replace the Ninja Trader with any other name, okay? With any other name. I can actually take it out, okay? What is the platform concept? Although, guys, I'm telling you, I'm totally in love with the Ninja, okay? But the key is, what is the main philosophy of behind the platform, okay? Now, like Ninja, for example, it's an absolutely free platform. You can buy the extended version, or you can use the free one. Like with our indicator, best order flow, you can use the totally, and that's what I recommend you, totally free platform. You don't need to pay any penny for it. Now, the deep chart is the closed concept platform. How is that extended? How is that extended? Because the Ninja, for example, it is the freaking ecosystem. There's a bunch of developers and innovations can happen on that platform. That's why Ninja is like so for us. That's why we decide to choose that, because Ninja give us that platform so we can build our indicators that they don't have. We can improve the speed, reliability, and whatever. We can apply our creativity tools and resources to enhance whatever we needed for us. But could you do this with the deep chart? If the deep chart is not open ecosystem, it is the closed concept. It's not open for other developers, and definitely it have an indicators list. They actually put on their website that they have 100. I mean, give me a break. I mean, this is pure marketing. Andre is a really good marketer, so he put they have 100 indicators. They don't even have like they have a hard time to reply. Do they have an MBO or iceberg or the heat map? They say it's in development. Give me a break. What kind of 100 indicators do they have? Bunch of MAs or EMAs? Give me a break, okay? 20 templates, yeah, anybody can give you 20 templates. That's not the value. Okay, this is the pure marketing. I love their marketing. Marketing is absolutely fantastic and awesome. Awesome. The presentation is incredible. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They actually have an image of the heat map, but and say X-ray. This is excellent marketing. X-ray, yeah, it is. By the way, footprint is an X-ray as well. You see, this is a fantastic, nice image, but they don't have this indicator because it's a wait list. They don't have. Now, why do I emphasize that they don't have a heat map? Because when you're going to build a heat map, then you refresh rate, then the speed. I mean, what? Guys, did you probably seen my indicator? Let me open it just a second. I'm gonna go in a 1 second. You need to watch this video, okay? You need to watch this video when I say about the speed, because you can build a heat map, but that's not the point that you have a heat map. The point is you need to have a heat map that have enough speed. Like, look at this video. We compare 3 different sources of the heat map over here, the NinjaTrader, MZPAC, and there's a PFlow, and they got frozen on the high volatility. There was like a high volatility when 6 months or 9 months ago. There was a super high volatility. You remember when the Mr. Orange announced something and the market just like crushed it down? Man, that was like volatility was absolutely insane. And when you go on the New York Open, your heat map get frozen, guys. Your heat map got frozen in 15 after 8 minutes. After 8 minutes, they've been frozen, but not the best order flow. My point, this is illustration that you can have a heat map, but does it guarantee that that heat map will not lag your platform? And when you're gonna trade behind the actual time, we have no idea because it's not being released. And who's gonna fix those bugs? Not the Andrea and Fabio, somebody else, because they don't own it. It is the white label. It is rebranding. They don't own it. But see, look, we able to put the best order flow book map. I mean, at that time I was calling it book map. Now it's a heat map. Actually, it's actually a ledger package. But anyway, it performs faster than any other heat maps because level 2 data is very consuming. It's very consuming, resources consuming on your computer and the internet and all of that kind of stuff and processing. I mean, you can go on the Deposit Killer and see the all parameters that we compare live. This is live, okay? So it's not the problem to build a heat map. Anybody can build a heat map. Could you build a heat map that actually perform really well? We're gonna look at that, okay? That's under the question right now. There's too soon to jump onto that. Although their marketing is fabulous, their way that they do advertisement is fantastic, and I totally love it. Okay, but be careful because they don't have a heat map. The same, and one of the things is, how could you rely only on one person who is coding it? You need a whole team behind the platform, not just the one person who is coding it, okay? Now, NC heat map, yeah, I just explained about that. They don't have a DOM. They don't have an MBO DOM. They always say about the icebergs, but they say about icebergs on their promo videos only as a absorption. They say there may be iceberg, but they don't have an indicator for the iceberg like you're seeing right now. Right now, this is what this chart is. This is gold, okay? This is the iceberg indicator along with the heat map running on that and bunch of other indicators. That's what you see right now, okay? This is the icebergs with the big trades indicator right here. Now, when you take a look, you see this number 1 out here, it's a white, and this one, this is loading icebergs. There's no any other company today on the planet that you and I live on that have this advanced MBO DOM, where you can see how the icebergs is expected to being reload. So it was originated here. We're seeing the line and still waiting for the reload. You see the 1 because it's a 1 contract, but it can load instead of 1. Inside of that, it can load like a Trojan horse, like 80 contracts or 50 or whatever. But you can see this on this MBO DOM. Did you ever seen any other absolute, guys, I know the latest. I know latest in the industry. There's no any other MBO DOM that is capable to show you what you see right now on this screen. And you can see the heat map as well. Okay, this is the heat map. And you see how the heat map is actually connected to the MBO. You see that? So the MBO difference between the MBO and the heat map, because this heat map is historically how long these guys on a passive order on the right side were sitting there. Okay? But you see that on an MBO, it is the real situation, because when the price may approach this particular price level, they can fade out. They can just like get scared and move away. That's why MBO is, in my opinion, MBO DOM like that is even, I mean, it's kind of equal, but in some cases, it can be more important than the heat map. There is a no MBO DOM, what you see, the way that it is built, so clear, crystal clear, and absolutely like easy to trade and make your decision. There's a no anybody. I know the latest. No anybody able to put together such a clear charts in front of you, and this is based on the NinjaTrader. By the way, some people who are whining like, "Oh, NinjaTrader is so slow." I wanna see that person myself. I want to challenge that person myself, because NinjaTrader is an ecosystem, and if you go and dive into the bunch of freebie, junky indicators or indicators that being built long time ago, their last 2 or 3 versions are not capable to use those old indicators that developed long time ago. They are not capable, and that's why it's sluggish. If you go and clean your Ninja, and by the way, if you go on our website, Best Order Flow, and anybody, I mean, you don't have to buy our indicators. You go on the user guide and you follow this user guide, you will improve. This is a user guide, right? Whatever the boom, there's a pre-requirements, Ninja requirements, and also if you use this user guide, okay, this is user guide menu, you will improve. You don't have to buy our indicators, but the tips that you're gonna learn here, indicators, and by the way, the errors as well. There's a chapter for the errors and problems. You can go and you can fix whatever the platform NinjaTrader you use. It's going to perform much, much faster. So the newbie don't know about that they need to develop their skills to clean their NinjaTrader, so it's going to perform super, super duper freaking fast. That's why I'm in love with the NinjaTrader. Okay, let me go on the next point. Okay, now NinjaTrader is actually working. I am not sure. Maybe you can help me to and correct me. I think that they're working on their own prop. Okay, prop firms. Now I don't know about the deep charts, if they working on that or not. So NinjaTrader is also a brokerage. Yes, absolutely. NinjaTrader is actually clearing house. Yes, absolutely. It have a licensing and it is regulated. I mean, you don't need to use. You can use other platform names. Okay, whatever you have in mind. It can be ATS, it can be Jigsaw, it can be whatever. Do they have the licensing? Do they have do they regulate it by the governments? Do they obtain it proper permissions? Why is that important? This is because the Kraken spent $1.5 billion to obtain NinjaTrader. Guys, why is that so? Because Kraken obtained their licensing, regulations, permissions, and so on. That's why. You see? Will they spend 1.5 billion for the rebranding? Deep chart? I'm not sick, guys. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. This is the question. Make a screenshot. Make a screenshot. This is the questions that you need to ask yourself about reliability, validity, speed, performance, and so on. Okay? These questions. If you don't ask these questions, you have no way to compare, and you will be just excited by looking at the beautiful eyes of the two people, Andrea and Fabio, and excited they are one of them world champion, other is not even, he stopped even trading for a long time. I mean, like for whatever, year or two, he's not even trading now. But he's a great educator, by the way. Andrea is a great educator. I like his videos. Great education, great. and they're moving community away from the pure price actions to the indicators that use volumes. This is nice. Thank you, guys. You need to do this job. I think Ninja need to do this job even more, okay? But it's not yet happens, okay? Now, I'm going to read you comments. Please write me your comments right now, and I'm going to read them. Now, now somebody is typing that they enjoy the other platform. The other platform, the less they exist on this planet, the less you know about them, the less problems that you know about them, and you don't know. I mean, NinjaTrader have a team of developers. They have a team to support it, videos and all of that. Yes, yes. Do they have problems? Yes, exactly. Because they're developing new version, and a new version they like last one is not even finished yet that they released. Now they're working to fix that. Yes, there is some problems, but you simply use the previous version. And yes, do you need to spend the time? Yes. But can you do automation? Can you do high frequency on the Ninja? Yes. Can you do most advanced indicators on the planet, guys? On the planet. This is in front of you is most advanced indicators on the planet. It is the Bookmap, it is the footprint, it is the heat map, it is the icebergs, it is the DOM level 3 indicator. You see, like these guys, we're going to reload. They have two contracts here, so they're waiting to reload this iceberg. You see, this is the best environment for serious traders. Yeah, although yeah, sometimes you need to spend the time to fix, to clean, to maintain. Yes, yes, that's like, yeah. Do you have a wife? If you have a wife, do you know that you need to do some maintenance? You need to take your wife to a restaurant. You need to take to a, to a certain spot, certain things, vacations and all of that. Give them a flower. That's what like means. Look at this. They just showing us refuel of the iceberg. This is the best indicators on the planet. And Ninja give me and you permission to build any indicators you wanted to. Look at this absorption. Look at this level. Now we know that on this very level 2, these guys are being consumed. They didn't want, like, there's like only 27 now. Okay, it was more. It was 34. Now 10 of them already consumed, while this guy is only 8, one tick away. So there's a, now they're actually building up 31 contracts built. So that's going to be probably an interesting situation right over here. You can make your mind, you can build your own scenario based on the situation that's going right now in front of you. Did you ever see that clarity on any chart? I'm asking you. I'm not challenging you. Actually, I do. That's why I love best order flow, and that's why we develop best order flow indicators, the most advanced indicators on the planet, on NinjaTrader platform, and not on some rebranded third-party. Boom, boom. You see, now there's a 2, 5, and 2. So there's a icebergs, selling iceberg right here, and there's absorption. We can see it clearly. It is what, 28? 28, and so there's a selling iceberg still gonna be reload. So that's gonna be probably a reaction from over here. At least, yeah, it's already like 4 ticks, right? So anyway, this clarity is unparalleled clarity. Okay, because the NinjaTrader, for example, as many other platforms, exist more than 1 week, and the deep chart, unfortunately, it's gonna open in a week. So do you see, the guys, my points? Will the Kraken ever buy that? What questions you need to ask? The biggest question is, what is the main platform concept? I'm saying main platform philosophy? Is it open? Is it closed? Are you depend on the son of the genius person who working is somewhere in Europe, and he is a genius prodigy building the platform that he rebrand to Andrea and Fabia? Is that your answer? I don't mind. It's up to you. It's totally, guys, up to you. I think they deserve applause in terms of their advertisement and education that they provide. It may be aligned with some of your style, maybe not. I don't know, but I think this is there's some good stuff out of there, out of them coming out. Yes, absolutely. My point was not to put the dirt on them, but to help you to see the points, the solid points, what you and I, we need to keep in our mind, what kind of questions and how do we compare one platform with any other. This is the solid data and solid facts and solid information without emotions, with zero emotions. Because marketing is always emotional decision. So this is, guys, up to you. So now, of course, I'm gonna talk about the best order flow as the best ones. Now, what do you guys think so far? And I'm gonna read your comments, and we're gonna close it because I need to go for another webinar immediately. Okay, the best order flow indicators to blow me away. I want it badly, just way out of my price range. You can do a monthly subscription. Monthly subscription is not that costly. But we are not actually aiming for the everybody. We aiming for people who know what they're doing and who can, actually do them, who don't have a question about the money. There's a less technical support needed, and those people know what they're doing. And deep chart doesn't allow C# developing in the pipeline, they say, but who knows? Yeah, pipeline is the pipeline. The question is, are you trading right now? So what do you need? So think about that. Think about your particular needs, what you needed, why do you need it, and make a decision based on the facts, on the data. At least my job today was that question. What is the actual advantage of the deep charts platform over other existing trading platform? That was the question on their stream, and they didn't answer that. That is the toughest question, guys. That's why I call this webinar title, Deep Charts, Deep Trouble. The only one question they don't want you to think about. This is the question. So, guys, now I will have my support webinars on the Discord. And sorry, I have to go. And we'll see you there or whatever. When you make a screenshots, when you choose a platform, make a screenshot of this one, make a screenshot. I'm going to wait 1, 2, 3. And then on the next slide, I'm going to make a screenshot of this one. Okay. Make a screenshot as well and choose whatever you select the platform according to, common sense. Thank you very much.